Good morning, Washington. Welcome back to episode 2 of Good Morning Washington. Just said that twice. We really appreciate you coming back, watching the first episode, coming back for the second one, for all the fun, all of the excitement, all of the joy, and some new stuff as well in this episode. First thing, just a few announcements to get out of the way. Number one, the student store is being revamped as we speak. It's going to be the class t-shirts this time around in October. So you have the whole month of October to order your class t-shirts, and then it'll come to you sometime mid-November, just in time for something happening in December. I'm going to preview that, but I'm not going to mention it yet. Can't mention it yet. But go ahead and get your class t-shirts. They're based on your skit this year, so they look really good. I've seen all the shirt designs. They look amazing. So make sure that you get those. Number two, club registration is open. We had a wonderful club rush, an amazing turnout, a great week. Please make sure that you go and register to be part of the clubs. The form for each club can be found on the Washington ASB website, washingtonasb.com, and you'll be able to see which clubs are available and fill out the form, get those Zoom links for each meeting, and you'll be a part of those. Okay? One announcement, sports. Sports are actually going to be starting up in a little bit. They're going to start open gyms, open fields, that sort of thing. The first one that I know of and that's reached out, girls volleyball is actually having Zoom workouts. They're going to do Zoom workouts Tuesdays from 4:30 to 5:30, Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:30. Text at WHS Women's V. That's WHS Women's V to 81010. And you'll get that for the links and any updates, and that's from Coach Oliphant. So great things happening there. We have a new challenge for you this week. Last week's challenge, as you remember, was WHS School Zone, and so those looked amazing. Those looked awesome. This week, though, we want you to wear the most orange and black. Go crazy with the orange and black, right? Just like we do. Think Unity Day during Spirit Week, that last Friday where everybody just goes nuts with the orange and black. We want you to do that. Attach it with the hashtag rep the orange and black. Send those in. We'll get those posted on the Instagram page as well. Finally, 2 polls this week. Again, the first one, do you eat during class? Are you munching on breakfast or eating lunch or finishing up lunch while you're in your afternoon classes? Are you snacking? All that kind of stuff. What are you doing? And then finally, which one do you use the most? You use Snapchat, Instagram, or TikTok? Which one? Okay, which one's your most popular? Which one's the most popular with you? Which one do you prefer? And all of that. If you have anything that you want us to add to the show, by all means, feel free to email me, msolta@fusdk12.net. Send in your thoughts. Send in anything that you want us to pub. I'm happy to do it. We're happy to do it for you, and just let everybody know what's going on. This week, special week for us here at Good Morning Washington. Our first interview. We figured, if we're going to do an interview, probably should do it with the person in charge around here. And so this interview is with Mr. Moran, longtime principal. I think this is the 8th year as principal here at Washington, and we talk about a bunch of stuff, not just school stuff, but Mr. Moran stuff, just him and his little bit of background. So I've been fortunate enough to work with him for a number of years now, and always ready and willing to open the door and do whatever it takes to make school amazing, and especially this school amazing. So get out those challenges, get out those polls, take those polls. And without further ado, Mr. Moran. All right, everybody, thank you for joining us. Mr. Moran obviously joining us today, and we're going to dive a little bit into Mr. Moran and who he is, and not just principal, but all the work stuff too, but some fun stuff as well. Start off, you've been principal, this is 8 years now? This is the year?
Yeah, it's 8th year here at Washington.
8th year, but technically 12 years, right? Because you're a student here at Washington. Class of 88, 87.
87. So I was here from 83 to 87, yeah.
What was it like when you came back? Like that first day, your principal at Washington, what was that like coming back? Not only like as alumni, but maybe you'd come back before that, before that time between when you graduated and came back as principal. But what was that like coming back?
Uh, yeah, it's a little bit of a kind of a strange situation. I mean, obviously, you come back with kind of old memories of the location. I'd obviously been back since I graduated, but and then you're bringing your experiences, obviously, from when you're a kid going to school here to now you're an adult and you're in charge of the school. So yeah, I won't lie and say that it was just a real easy transition. It was a little bit of a mind trip, obviously.
Yeah. But it's a nice kind of almost full circle too, right? I mean,
it is. It's something that I honestly never planned for. I mean, I never thought that this would happen. But strangely, it has happened a couple times here in Fremont. I know Mr. Larson who was principal at Mission, went to Mission High.
Yeah.
And Mr. Velez, he wasn't he didn't go to Kennedy, but he went to American High. And there's a lot of people that stick around Fremont and believe in the school system here.
Yeah, I mean, we've got so many alumni that are teachers here as well, and at Washington too, that come back. And I'm at the point now where I have former students who are now colleagues, like Ms. Audubani and Ms. Songpanapachan are now colleagues.
I know.
It's fun. It's fun. So before you were a teacher, or before you were principal and admin, you were a teacher at Irvington, right? You were an art teacher.
Yes, I was.
Do you miss it? Do you miss the classroom sometimes?
Well, yeah. I think everyone that gets into education and really enjoys it. I mean, ultimately, the best part of education is working with kids, and the closest you are working with kids is in the classroom. So I miss those interactions. I think about it still. I think about my old classroom and my old students. I'm in touch with a lot of them still, and so
that's true.
I'm glad I made the move I did.
Yeah, but I mean, I noticed also when like you walk around campus a lot, and you're still interacting with the kids that way too. So even though you don't technically have a classroom, you're like you and the other admin as well are interacting like crazy all the time. I mean, so visible, it's great.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, anyone that, like I said, the best part of the job, obviously, I mean, is working with other adults, but we all share that passion of working with students, ages 14 through 18, and just helping people grow and become better people.
Definitely. So being a former art teacher, do you still dabble?
Until I became principal, I was painting out in my garage on a regular basis. But since I've taken this job, my art has not flourished, as they say.
Not as much time.
It's not as much time, but I do hope to get back to it. I do look at art quite a bit still, and I enjoy going to galleries and museums at any chance I get. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I feel like the itch is never. It goes away a little right there.
My wife, she's an art teacher still at Irvington. I see all her students' work, and we like to talk about art at home. So yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. So I know for a fact that a lot of planning goes into a school year, right? With classes, you've got teachers who retire. You've got to fill those positions. You've got master schedules. The campus has to be ready. That's on a normal year. What was this year like planning?
Yeah. I won't lie and say it was easy. It was a lot of work. But surprisingly, when I visit the classrooms and see how teachers have modified and accommodated this new reality, it's been incredible. And I've been really impressed with the teachers at Washington and the students at Washington.
Yeah.
It's a real pleasure to visit classrooms. I visit them for just in general to see what's going on or for teacher evaluations. And I'm super impressed.
Yeah.
So while it was a real rush to get us all ready, I think that everyone responded real well.
Yeah, I was telling people, I was talking to my wife about it and saying, I've got those first year teacher jitters because it's all so
Yeah.
brand new.
Yeah.
But I've also got, like, I was also telling a teacher the other day, I was like, I've had the best attendance ever, in my years of teaching. Everybody's there, everybody's doing the work, and we're all going through it together. And I think everybody truly understands that, is that we're all really going through this together. Nobody's got a leg up, or I've been through this. I know what I'm doing. We know what we got going
Right.
on. We're all kind of just in the same boat.
That's a good point. And I was talking to a teacher the other day, and he said that this community is being built now within these kind of digital classrooms. At first it was different, and it took a while to kind of. It's not the same thing as everyone sitting around on a desk together, but
Right.
there's relationships are being built, and that's one of the most important things about education.
Yeah. So I know you put a lot of work. You're here all the time. Anytime I drive by Washington, 9 times out of 10, I see your car parked in the parking lot. Sometimes the only car in the parking lot. Sometimes the only car in the parking lot. You're here all the time. What's time off look like for Mr. Moran?
Oh,
What is that off moment? What do we do in our spare time?
Well, the last couple of years, I've taken up trying to exercise. As I'm getting older, I realize I need to do that. Things don't come so easy anymore. So I try to do that most, 5 or 6 times a week. I try to get some sort of something in.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, I love to watch TV.
Yes.
I love to listen to music. My kids, they've become good at, showing me new music. And, in today's world, I don't know how it is in other households, but everyone's got their own AirPods now or some version of that. So you don't hear the music as much being played, blasted. Like when I was a kid, and I'm sure you were a kid, we all had our portable speakers or whatever, and we'd be blaring it. So everyone was exposed to music. So now I have to have them point stuff out to me. But
I remember mom and dad, turn it down. I can't. Just that moment. I was like, I'm sorry.
Now everything's up here. No one's hearing
everything. Well, even then, it should be turn it down because I can still hear it, and it's in your ear.
Yeah, they act like they can't hear me.
So. Exactly. What? I'm sorry, Dad. Didn't hear you. Whatever. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on and sharing with us a little bit, and all the hard work that you and the admin team have put in to make distance learning as smooth as possible. And because I know it's not that, I have a feeling, and I talking to teachers on other campuses outside of Fremont and outside of all over the Bay Area, it's not as smooth. It's not as seamless. And we all have our struggles, on the day to day, but the work that you all put in, and you especially put in, to make this as easy of a year so far as possible, and that we're all going to get through it. And just I really appreciate it. I think we all really appreciate all the hard work that you put in. And
I appreciate the compliment, but I really this is a community, and we're only as good as the whole community. And I never get tired of interacting with this community. Just a lot of good people, a lot of good kids, and excellent staff. So it's great. Go Huskies.
Hey, once a Husky, always a Husky.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Do you have any final words, anything you want to say to everybody? Just last minute things that you on your mind, or remind them?
I just want to emphasize that, schools are big places, and that it's sometimes, I think, easy to feel lost or not heard. And that as a school, I think we are addressing and need to continue to address hearing all student voices and student concerns. Yeah. And that as a student, you need to advocate for yourself. And I think that one of the points when to growing up is really learning that asking once sometimes isn't enough, or demanding something, and that really advocating for yourself is a good thing, and that we all need to learn to do that and continue to do that to see the results we want to see.
Yeah, okay? Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, sir. I
Okay,
appreciate
thank
it, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, I'll see you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy this view, yeah, we live and we lie and we fall and we fly and we win.